tell you what, Tony, he's only a small fella, is Ryan. They call him the P. He packs a punch, doesn't he?
Well, he's got some power that he can generate in his break. Absolutely. Not only that, so can his partner.
So these matches, if you are joining us for the first time, worth noting, 20 minutes race to 4, whichever comes first. And we will be on 30 seconds a shot with 1 extension per frame. They just called their extension for the first 15 minutes, then 15 seconds a shot thereafter. Everybody will play everybody. Matches are actually slightly unique in terms of we start off with this Scotch pairing where you play alternate shots, then we move on, play individual frames for the next 2, and then back to the Scotch, and then repeat.
Interesting with this pairing here with Ryan Pisani and Dejan Grech is that it seems to be a very even discussion, as in you don't seem to have a general who's in charge. Both these players, of course, because they've played together for so long, and the respect that they have for one another, being very close friends as well. But it's a very even discussion.
Yeah, no leader, as you say, just strong connection. Different though on the other side, because we've got a snooker player playing with a pool player, that Aaron will take lead on the decision making. Beautiful.
Yeah, superbly shot there.
Still not going to be easy here though. I don't even think they can see the next. Well, they can get through to the one top right, but where are you going from there?
Not even playing it, he's going in the middle, trying to leave an angle here. You can actually play this red now off the red that's nearest to the corner pocket there with the 2 stuck together, and maybe break them out. And even further down the line, the 8-ball's not easy.
Oh, the red's going to go too far. Such a good idea, but just overhit. And now they fully are in trouble.
Well, to be fair, there is still an angle. You can cut this red in. Obviously, it's quite thin into that top right-hand corner. Come back across and try and hit the red and the yellow. Try and knock the yellow out of the way. But that was always a danger. You had to catch that red very thick.
For the next trick, and they've had to dig very, very deep here. They have dug themselves a hole though. On another day that yellow maybe goes an extra couple of rolls and they're on this to the centre pocket. Not to be. So. Hitting it's one thing, making it's another, making it and getting on the 8-ball's another.
Rab McCullough there warming up on the sidelines.
Not to be. So they fully rewarded for their decision making and pulling back and playing safe at the beginning of the frame. Now, with ball in hand, being able to put them on a slightly awkward ball, should be able to get out pretty clean from here.
I mean, looking at the position of these yellows, really there shouldn't be too much discussion to be had. They are pretty simple.
The only thing is, if they leave, they're just going to make sure they don't leave themselves a bad angle on the last ball. Top 1 to get on the bottom 2 underneath the 8-ball. The last shot that Dejan played, would you have been at all tempted to come down at that point and leave the one they got now?
Yeah, I didn't mind it as last ball. I see what Dejan's saying. He said just keep that cue ball to the left-hand side of the 8 ball because it's an absolute tap-in over this corner. But they want to leave a little bit of an angle here on this last yellow, and they have done.
Yeah, we're sort of just debating the way around, but reality is they're in perfect position. That little glance to the skyward for Ryan Pisani. He's just asked the question here of Dejan.
He's basically saying, why did you not leave me straight on this 8 ball? It's a little tester early in the evening. Judging by the way he got back up, he wasn't quite settled.
Heart of the pocket though. It's a good way of going if you're not quite settled and you've got time. Get back up, get yourself right, and in it goes.
No discussion about how the clothing's been put on.
A bit of a wardrobe discussion there. No talking about Paul. Now it's on to the individual frames. Aaron Davies will have the break. In those sort of situations there, they came to the table snookered. They had no way of hitting and playing safe. They chased the finish. It didn't happen. You can almost write that off as you did what you had. You tried to make it happen. It didn't happen. You're not going to beat yourself up over a finish like that.
No, not at all. That's one of those. You just put that one back in the wardrobe, lock the door, forget about that. That was nothing dramatic. These things are going to happen in these sort of matches. I think it gets urgent when you have a couple of glaring misses or make a really big unforced error.
You wouldn't call what they did in that last frame an error.
Extension called.
It's Ryan Pisani with this opportunity. Big frame of Paul. They're already 1 to the good. Maltese pair. Nice big pocket there for Ryan. Maybe a tad straight, but he can just run this red down into the bottom left-hand corner, get the cue ball probably to come past the 8 ball into the middle. There you see Ryan pointing to the exact position he wants to be in. And that looks pretty good. So Ryan Pisani, he's got this red into the bottom left-hand corner, and he's got the yellow ball that's just next to it to hold the cue ball for his last red. They'll just act as a buffer. This has been very, very good indeed from the P.
Getting cheered on as well by Dejan. Dejan knows that was the moment the frame was won, really. It would take a glaring error not to from here.
completely in control all the way through this frame. Ryan Pisani shakes hands with Aaron Davies, goes back for an embrace from Dejan.
Yeah, very good that from Ryan. Started tonight very well. And they are working well as a unit. Again, nothing that Aaron can do there. It wasn't the greatest of breaks because he lost control of his own doing there on the break, but the margins really. Now he's asking his brother to come up big. And it's Dejan's break as well.
Ready for it. Dejan Grech to break. Leading 2 frames to 0.
Going for the cut break. Nothing happening on it for him, so opportunity, and it's not a great one here for Ryan. He doesn't have a good first ball.
Well, I don't know if he could slide that red at the top of the table into the top right-hand corner. It's very, very tight. If he could, he has a very small opportunity.
That's okay. That's okay.
Bit of slight unfriendly kick there into those yellows just to block off the red that's sort of on the break spot into that bottom left corner, but he can maneuver around that and has other pockets available as well. So the potting's not going to be a problem for Ryan. What could be the problem is the weight of the shots, because it's a lot different on a pool table than playing on a snooker table.
Yeah, sort of highlighted there. Not sure that was the line he was trying to find. Maybe just a bit further left or right. Had to be precise. It wasn't easy to land nicely there. And if he's on this, it's okay, and it looks like he is. So it worked out well for him. Is he on the next one, though? Definitely on the one to the centre. I'd rather be on the one to the corner.
I think he's about to dig down on the ball at the bottom. I don't think he can get through, can he? He's going to try and play a little swerve shot.
The problem is if he drops one into the centre, how much of the cue ball can he see? Can he pull it back? Even if he gets on the red, it's still difficult then to connect the two together. Thin clip. He's got to get the contact on the second red right here. Otherwise he can end up on nothing even if he makes the pot. Yeah, got it thin. Just needed that little bit thicker.
I mean, can he get the red past the 8 ball into that top right-hand corner? Length of the table double. This is a big ask.
It's close. It's very close.
Oh, that's an incredible shot there from Ryan Davies. Brilliant shot.
This is a tough 8 ball, but how about this finish? If he makes it, this is seriously special. He has been struggling throughout. Refuses to fall, just caught too much of the cushion on the way through. Nearly something very special there from Ryan Davies.
Extension calls.
Good opener that from Dejan, and now it's all there for him for 3-0, and we're in the final 5 minutes, and you hear that beep, that means we're at 15 seconds a shot.
Second shot clock in play.
Feel the only way this one can go wrong is just not getting on the one on the right hand side. Well, he can go wrong from here. He isn't perfect. That's not ideal.
No, it wasn't much of a friendly nudge now on those yellows. If they'd split further apart, it was perfect, but lots of work still for Dejan to do.
Good recovery pot. He's off angle here on this yellow, but can easily play on the double, but he's got enough off angle to be able to get onto the yellow on the cushion.
Pretty good. All about making sure this yellow now, because this effectively is the frame ball. The black's dead over that top corner, and then it goes.
Little fist pump as well from Dejan. He knows that was the moment. We'll use the full 15 here. Take us under the 3-minute mark as the Maltese pairing go 3-0 in front. Can't help but feel, Tony, that the 15 seconds a shot definitely had a factor there on Dejan. That was a all around the houses way of finishing a pretty wide open counter clearance.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Dejan played well. He played for Malta for years, and he knows the way that this works. But as we just have another look at Ryan Davies' incredible length of the table, doubled red, and this is so close. Just caught that rail on the way up. But yeah, Dejan, he managed that clearance very well indeed.
You see him feeling his back as well. Still struggling with it. He's got an operation coming up soon. Sorted out. Golden break would help. Golden break would help. Well, it's not over yet.
Wow, that's incredible. Big smile on Aaron Davies' face. Just look at this as the 8-ball flies into that centre pocket, arms out wide, and they're off the mark.
Yeah, they are off the mark, and that is it very much does change things out there. You know, a breaking clearance, you know, it would take a minute and a half off the clock, and then we're in, you know, that really tough time territory. That's taken 5 seconds off the clock. Okay. I was about to have a chat about it. Now it's Dejan's break. If Aaron gets to the table in this next frame, Ryan will have the next break after that. So even if there's only 1 second left on the clock, a golden break could change it. So it does change the pressure on Dejan in this frame right now.
Yeah, I think Dejan just said to Aaron, now it's my turn. Dejan goes dry. He did get the 8-ball moving a little bit, but funny thing is he's left that cue ball right on that top rail, and Aaron can't see the yellow ball that's right over the pocket, so it'll be the longer one.
And he's got the thin clip. That's a nice friendly nudge though. Tell you what, there's a very real chance to make this finish, and could even leave enough time for Ryan to have a chance for a very quick break finish of his own. Worst way, it would leave him a chance for a golden break. He has to make the finish.
Nice controlled shot there from Aaron.
He's got to work one more really good positional shot to get onto the yellow left on the cushion. And that's not it. He has a check as he just blocked it off. I don't think he has. He didn't want to be flicking that red. Has to leave the high angle to be able to track up. Trying to force it, and that will be the end of the match. Disappointment for Aaron Davies. He just felt that he was going to get that one and at least ask and see if his brother could come up with something in the next. But now Dejan Grech, all he has to do is just pot a couple of balls and this match is over, and he's got absolute couple of easy balls, so it's going to be all over here. Final 30 seconds of our opening match. And it's the Maltese pairing that have started the night the stronger.
Yeah, they've been very impressive. Grech and Pisani.
And the job is done. Dejan just runs the clock down and the bell chimes, and it is victory for Ryan Pisani and Dejan Grech. They go to the top of the table. They start the night strongly. We're going to move on. Second match coming up after this.